Welcome, beautiful goddesses, to Teach, Travel, Talk. I am Megan, and my mission, goal, and vision is to help guide you through the crazy journey of life and of being a human and having this human experience. Because until we realize that we are the creators of our reality, we can either make life very difficult for ourselves, or we can make our world incredible. But it's all about how we perceive our world and the world around us. So this is for you. Yes, you, the one listening, so that I can uplift and empower you to look within yourself and find that inner light, love, guidance, and intuition that will lead you to unbecome who the world told you to be and bring you back to who you were meant to be and who you were supposed to become in this life. So let's dive deep into conversations that will bring you teachable moments to implement throughout your daily life and to help reprogram the way we think. Hello and welcome to Teach, Travel, Talk, or welcome back, my beautiful tribe. I'm so happy and so grateful you are here because the why behind Teach, Travel, Talk is to teach one another how to travel through this human experience by talking and sharing about our stories. I believe that it is so powerful to speak what you want into existence and to speak your truth. It is so important for us to go through these days and to live our most authentic life. So today, I wanted to share with you the process and the change within my life at this moment in time and how I'm going through this and what my next plans are. So I can't wait to share with you this remarkable journey that I have been going on so far and that is about to come in my life. So let's begin. Welcome, all of you beautiful souls. Today, I really wanted to tune in to, change. Because change can be very uncomfortable and change can propel us into the next season of our life. But we have to be able to become friends with change. We have to be okay and accept it. And to not allow ourselves to be stuck with this expectation of how things should play out, because the universe is going to give you what you need, not what you want. And sometimes that looks completely different from what, we want to happen. And unfortunately, this is leading us to what we need to happen in order to get us to fully commit to our why. And I want to share with you my why. So my why is that I love traveling. I love meeting new people. And I love learning from new people. As well, I love finding my tribe. I love finding like-minded people who want to talk about the deep stuff in life, to talk about our traumas and our triggers and what we think about life, and being able to have these discussions with one another and it not turn into a debate or an argument, but allowing people to speak their truths because, it's their truth and all of us are completely different. And that is okay. We have to hold space and respect that everyone is different and everyone is on their own level and on their own journey. And sometimes we meet and sometimes we don't. And that's okay. So within my season of life, I have finally decided to go back and travel. And it is something I've been thinking about for, the last year. And it's crazy to me to think that I have been back in the United States for a year. I never thought that was possible. I never thought it would happen, but it did. And I'm so grateful that it did happen because it brought me back to, well, my traumas and to my triggers, and it allowed me to learn those lessons and really, really implement the tools and skills and the knowledge and wisdom that I've gained over these years of learning myself and learning how to connect with myself and learning my boundaries, learning how to communicate, and learning how to do a lot of self-care and get myself out of a lot of those deep, dark places that we tend to go in, especially when life is testing us with our triggers. And that is something that I have been moving through a lot through these last year, and especially these last few months, which again, I'm really appreciative of them because it's showing those shadow parts of me that, well, I thought I had fixed, but I keep having to relearn them. And it's something that clicked with me too, is that the process is never going to be over. Things are always going to have some type of effect on me, and it's being aware of myself and being mindful of what people are saying or how I'm perceiving it or how I'm reacting. And a lot of times things, again, don't go the way that we planned them to go, but the universe is handing us these gifts to help us to understand ourselves, help us to move through these seasons of life and move through the ups and downs that life gives us. And it's not that when you are going down a path of spirituality or learning about yourself or connecting with yourself, there is never an end game and there is never an instant fix. I know that many people, especially here in the Western world, we want everything to be instant. Well, because life is constantly instant around us. And, well, this journey isn't that. It takes, well, patience. It takes time. It takes dedication. It takes perseverance. And it takes patience. Patience, especially with yourself, while you are moving through these seasons of your life. You have to hold space for yourself and give yourself that grace period and say, hey, I didn't know to be aware of myself a year ago, but now throughout this whole year, every day I become a little more aware and a little more aware. And that is the process, is to keep going. And whenever we feel stuck or stagnant, it's then finding that next step we need to take, whether that is finding a tribe that can hold us accountable for what we are doing, or finding a person that can hold us accountable. Because when we are just sitting here by ourselves, well, we can't really be aware of every single thing that is going on in our life. So we really need someone else or a lot of other people to help us move through these changes. Because again, they're going to be uncomfortable, and that's okay because life is uncomfortable at points. And that is where the magic grows. That is where we can transform into something completely new. Because when we are in those uncomfortable positions, life is giving you a test. It is saying, okay, you're uncomfortable, but are you going to do the same things and go back to autopilot and have the same course? Or are you going to take that uncomfortableness and get even more uncomfortable and go down a new path? And that is the biggest thing. And sometimes we need people to help us to understand these pivotal points in our life and to ask advice. It's totally okay to ask people and to get people's advice on things, because sometimes, again, if we are in an emotional state or not in a great place, well, we're not going to be making the choices to better ourselves, because when we are in such that negative headspace, it takes a lot of time and patience again to get ourselves to go back to that positive state of mind. And again, once we kind of go into that spiral, sometimes we need people to make us aware that we are in that downward spiral, to help us, to lift us back up to a higher state of consciousness and to a higher vibration, to this positive place. And it has been something that I've been working on a lot. The last few weeks have been really hard on me, and I've been really getting to this down place. And something to share here is that I am a very big empath. And I don't know if you know what an empath is, but empaths are people that are able to feel what other people are feeling. And not only that, but I take on other people's feelings and emotions, not 100% realizing that they are not mine. So maybe when you are really happy and all of a sudden you go around a crowd of people or friends and you just all of a sudden get super depressed or get these feelings of negativity and you're not sure where they are coming from, chances are they might not even be your feelings. And this is something that I really had to learn about myself, and I meditate on a lot. When I feel those negative feelings creeping in, I do a full meditation and ask myself, is this mine? Or is this someone else's that I am allowing to take up space within my body? And a lot of times, my body will tell me, this is not yours to bear. This is not yours. You have absorbed this from somebody else. And then I have to let it go. So if you feel that way, I implore you to do some research on empaths and how to really set those boundaries and to keep your body, your mind guarded from absorbing other people's emotions. And I know that, a lot of people think that I'm just very hypersensitive, which I am, because again, you might tell me something, but I don't just hear those words, I feel what you're feeling. So if you're telling me maybe, oh, I really like you, but on the inside you're like, oh, I don't like her, I feel that. I feel that I don't like her. So sometimes those words don't matter to me, and it is hard. And that's why even for me, sometimes being around very big groups of people, I get very overwhelmed and very anxious because I'm absorbing so many energies at once that can kind of throw me for a loop sometimes. And that's okay. And it's something I've been working really hard on, is really identifying what is mine and what is someone else's, which has been an awesome thing that I've been learning in this season of my life. And another really big thing that I've been learning in this season of my life for me is that in my last episodes with Leia, she taught me about my human design, which is that I'm a projector. And a really big thing about projectors is that we have to wait for the invitation. And this is something that I've been noticing within myself as well, is that I will always give my all to someone, whether they ask it or not. And a really big thing is emotionally. Being a life coach, I want to help people to get unstuck and to help them see their patterns and to help them to navigate towards a better way of life and a better way of thinking and being mindful. But something I've noticed is that when people are not asking me to give that advice and I'm just giving it freely, one, many people are not listening to the words that I'm saying, and well, I'm just wasting my breath. And two, that I really, really need to wait for someone to ask for my advice, and I would love to give it. I am all for helping, because I want all of you to be your most authentic self, and I want to help you lead a very happy and successful life. And it comes with time. It really does. It takes that patience and that grace with ourselves, and that is something I am really, really working on right now in my life, is just holding space for this change that is happening from the old to the new, from changing from negative to positive, and letting go of all that no longer serves me. And that is something I have been doing, and it has been crazy to let go of the people I really, really wanted to help, but unfortunately weren't asking for my help, which was draining my energy. And again, I love giving help, and it's not that that is the issue here. It's that, again, when someone is not asking me for my advice or asking me for help, well, then it's really not helping at all. And that was something that I have really, really learned. And as I'm going through this, it is apparent, because if you don't know already, I have put out my free mini course on opening up to the spiritual journey. I will put a link down below, so if you would love to join me on this quest of the spiritual journey and what it entails, I would love to share that with you. I have many other courses that are in progress right now, and I'm having a pre-sale for them. And I can't wait for you to come, because I want to help you to navigate the tools and the skills that I have cultivated to help me on this journey. And again, you will need to find your own tools and skills that complement you and your human and what it needs from you. So I hope you can come and join me. And if not, you can definitely listen to my podcast. This has so much information to help you navigate life, and definitely to see how other people navigate life and the tools that they have taken to become their most authentic selves. And as I'm going through this transition, I've loved being able to find a place where I can thrive while I'm traveling, because I still want to give information and I still want to help other people. And these online courses were something that I've been thinking about for so long. And I finally had to get to that uncomfortable place of putting my face out there and speaking to everyone. And I did it. It was scary, but all of this is scary. Starting my podcast was scary. Speaking to everyone and constantly criticizing myself or judging myself on how I talked or the words that I was saying. But it came with the process of learning and growing, and for us to take imperfect action and just going for your dreams. And that was something I did with now this online course, was putting my content out there for people to navigate this spiritual realm and to become their most authentic self, and to help them figure out the path that they need to go down in order to come to this place. And I've loved it, and I love it so much that I'm just going to keep going, because I wanted to also help more people. With life coaching, I can only have so many clients per day. However, with these courses, I can reach so many more people that are wanting to go down this path, and one, to even see if they want to go down this path. And if they're really, really dedicated, then I'm definitely here to be your life coach, to be your accountability partner, and to help you and guide you through this life, and to be there every step of the way to help you just get through these changes in life, and to go through these uncomfortable situations or these uncomfortable feelings or any of those uncomfortable things, and help you to break through it and go down a different path this time. So I really wanted to share with you as well what my plans are right now. So right now, I just moved from my hometown about 3 hours away to come live with my mom for a few months and help her out, and get to spend some much needed quality time. And after that, I am embarking on a journey of traveling down through the US, making my way down to Florida, and finding sustainable communities where I can learn how to garden and learn how to take care of animals, learn how to have a plot of land, and really dive deep into that side of me. I've already started planting gardens and I've loved it, but I want to learn more. I want to go even deeper and find communities that can help me and that I can help as well, and have this energy exchange with. And also, going camping and being in touch with nature, and it's just something that I really love to do. I've learned that I love being outdoors. I think I've always known that, but as we get older, we think that things change, but as I came back here to the US, it was just apparent I love being outdoors. I really truly love being in nature. And once I get down to Florida, I don't want to take any planes anymore. I think I have definitely done enough airtime, and I want to explore something different and something a little more eco-friendly, which I definitely want to just do things by car, by bicycle, or by boat. So I really want to go down to Florida anyway. Again, I have no expectations. I just know it's going to be a boat. Whatever form comes to me, I'm going to go and do that and make my way down to South America. A really great synchronicity that actually happened to me the other day was I ran into an Italian lady who was beautiful. Her soul was magnetic, and we sat in the store and talked for about 40 minutes. And, talking about how I went to Italy. She's from Italy, that amazing. And she told me about when she was younger that she would actually get a place on a cargo ship and go from place to place. And that was just a light bulb went off, because it's something I'd been researching a lot of. And it just made me realize I am on the right path. I am doing what I was meant to be doing. I set a goal, I set a plan, and I'm going with that. And I think that's sometimes what we really need to do, is focus on what do we want? What do we want our life to look like? And for me, my life doesn't look the way society has said I needed to live my life, especially at 29 years old. But I choose to do what makes me happy and what lights me up in this world. And this is what lights me up, is going and finding these tribes that can have this exchange of information and wisdom and knowledge and helping one another. And to just keep meeting like-minded individuals that are going to help me on my journey and that I can help on their journey. Because, well, we're all teachers. We are all here to teach one another. And once we tap into that, we start viewing things very differently because, well, then we start teaching people the way we want to learn and not having any type of anger towards someone or any negative feelings towards someone who is learning these things. And having that, again, patience, not only for yourself, but for other people while they are learning something. Because again, some of us were born with certain skills, and some of us, well, we need to learn those skills. So it's an exchange. I know this skill, you know that skill. I need that skill, you need my skill. Let's help one another. Let's teach one another these skills that we have cultivated throughout our life. And it's something that has been amazing for me, especially looking at it that way, especially this exchange. A lot of people ask me too, how do I afford to travel? Well, I stopped looking at money as just paper money because, well, that's the idea we've constantly had. And looking at it as, well, energy and as an exchange. And, well, it doesn't have to just be paper. When I go and volunteer, I'm giving my time and I'm giving my hard work. In exchange, it depends where you are, but usually you get a roof over your head. You get food, which is awesome because, well, that's all we really need. So you start thinking of things completely different than how we view it here. And I really hope that you can start thinking of things very differently because, well, that's life. Life is about constantly questioning our beliefs, constantly questioning everything, and always asking, why? Why? And that is one reason I really love kids because, well, they always question everything. And it's something we should never give up. We should always be questioning, why are we doing these things? Why does it have to be this way? Why am I doing this? Why? So I thank you all for joining me. And I want to say again, I hope you come on over and get some great goodies from the tribe. You can come on over to facebook.com/TEACH.TRAVEL.TALK tribe. And I hope you can also come and join us for our mini course and for many other courses that are going to help you on the spiritual journey. And last but not least, to thank you and to show my gratitude for all of you, especially those who have listened to the end. I would love, love, love for you to review, comment, take a screenshot, and send that to the letter 3, TEACH.TRAVEL.TALK@gmail.com. Send that over and you will be put into my collection of amazing, incredible souls. And at the end of July, I will be picking someone who is going to receive a much needed self-care package from me to show you all how grateful I am and how appreciative I am of each and every one of you for listening to my words, listening to my message, and for joining the tribe at Teach Travel Talk, because it's because of you I do this. It's because of you that I keep going. So thank you so much for all that you are. I appreciate you. I'm grateful. I can't wait to see these amazing comments because they light me up so much and keep me going. So thank you all until next Tuesday, where I have a special guest for you all. And I love bringing my special guests because they are amazing and have so many teachable moments. So I hope you took away a lot of teachable moments from today. And until next Tuesday, namaste.